Google just shipped its Claude Code killer, Antigravity CLI. It has Subagents, a Go rewrite, a server-side harness, and a new model behind it, Gemini 3.5 Flash. I read the docs, set it all up, and built a real Next.js app with it. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's new for developers, how to get set up with these new tools, and how it's stacked up when I had it build a full stack application. I'm Matt Kuda. Let's dive in. Today, May 19th, was Google's I/O 2026, their yearly conference where they announce all things new. And as you might imagine, almost all of it was AI related. Particularly for developers, they announced the Antigravity ecosystem. Previously, they had Antigravity, which was an IDE for agentic development similar to Cursor. It wasn't bad. I have friends here in Austin that use it as their daily rider, though I wouldn't consider it one of the more frontier ways of coding in the developer ecosystem today. Today, they launched Antigravity 2.0. This is their desktop app similar to Codex or the Claude app that will let you run these new anti-gravity agents. It looks very similar to the other tools out there today. You can see here, I have it loaded up here. We'll get into more of this later, but it has a lot of the same functionality like scheduled tasks, these slash commands like goal, grill me, schedule, and browser access. And with Antigravity 2.0 comes a new model, Gemini 3.5 Flash. You can see some of the benchmarks here, beating the previous Gemini 3 models by a significant margin, not beating out all the competitors, but this is a Flash model, meaning it's lighter and faster. And speaking of speed, that's exactly what they emphasize in this graph. You can see output speed versus artificial analogous intelligence index. It's so far away, but this picture tries to put it on par with Opus 7 and GPT 5.5, two of the best models out there today on their same performance level, but obviously much, much faster here on the right. So we have 3.5 Flash, but where's 3.5 Pro? The better model that likely developers would want to use as their daily model if they were to pick a Gemini model. Well, it's not here today, and they note that it's in the works and likely coming next month. It makes you wonder if Google actually wanted this today or if this was intentionally a stagnated release so they could get in the buzz again in back-to-back months. And of course, for the GUI for Antigravity comes a CLI known as Google Antigravity CLI. Now, this is essentially a rebrand of Gemini CLI, their previous CLI coding interface. They said they listened to user feedback. That repo garnered over 100K GitHub stars, over 6,000 merged pull requests, hundreds of contributors, and they wanted all their agentic coding tools under the Antigravity hood. And Antigravity CLI will have all the features that Gemini CLI had eventually. We covered Gemini CLI when it was released almost exactly 1 year ago, last June, and I wasn't too impressed with it. It had a lot of bugs on release, and we could barely get an app working. Granted, a lot of models had made significant progress since then, so when we go to test Antigravity CLI in a moment, I have very high expectations. To download the Antigravity GUI, just go to this page here. I'll link all of these below. And to download the Antigravity CLI, I just went to their GitHub, grabbed this command right here to curl download it, went into Warp, pasted it here, and ran it. After that, just type AGY as the command to start it up, and we'll see it load here. Looks very similar to Claude Code. You can see your slash commands have a bunch here. It looks like it has a lot of the same skills as Claude Code. Whether it has a functionality, well, let's find out. And also when you load into the Antigravity GUI, again, looks very similar to the other GUIs out there, especially Codex. You have your conversation history here, your projects, ability to start a conversation, settings, of course, model selection here. You can pick from the Gemini models, of course, and the other models like Claude and GPT. Now, to put the new Antigravity to the test with Gemini 3.5 Flash, I gave it a challenge. I said, hey, I want a workout tracker app that uses AI. I want it in Next.js. And I said, be creative with your implementation. I just want a simple workout tracking experience with AI functionality, but I encouraged it to just go crazy. Don't implement the database or auth just so we can get this quick demo out and see how it looks designing these things and keeps the user's feature requests in mind. I kicked this off about a half hour ago. It made a comprehensive plan. I could click into it here, scroll through the nice markdown. I approved it, then it got to work, and it finished up about 20 minutes ago. I'm not sure of the total time, but it says to run npm run dev. I honestly haven't looked at it yet. I'm gonna run this in a split terminal right here, get it on localhost, and this will be a live first look. Okay, it brought me to Aura Fit login page. Interesting. Went with a generic AI purple and blues. But I said to mock authentication, let's see if it lets us sign in. And boom, we have our dashboard, we have our history, looks like some recent routines. I did want to mock some data, some basic stats. Honestly, I'm not super impressed by this. It seems very simple. Had I used this in Claude Design, I would have gotten a much more modern layout and feel. This still feels very AI-y, but let's do the AI workout builder. Muscle gain, we're advanced. We have an hour. Again, I didn't ask for these features, came out with all of these, so pretty nice. We have everything, and yeah, let's train legs. And for coach notes, let's say I want massive quads. And we'll click generate here, see how it does. I haven't given it a key yet. Yeah, okay, didn't do that. Let's go do that real quick. Okay, and we did run out of the free tier quota right as I asked it to give me a link for the key, but that's fine. We can still judge it on how it built this app. I added the key myself, so if we resubmit this form, hopefully we'll get a working response. Okay, we can see that JSON for the workout come in here. Guess we'll click accept, and boom, quad apocalypse, high threshold, lower body strength. Don't love the styling here. Obviously 4 lines for one pill. Again here. Yeah, we can check these off. Okay, this is a warm up, main workload, rest timer. Not even sure where that's coming from. Coach insights section. I mean, at least it gave us a workout, was able to do the AI integration. Certainly an upgrade from when we made the Gemini CLI workout video 1 year ago. Frankly, I'm not too impressed by this. However, again, a lot of my Claude design work has been more impressive with this. Even just Claude Code with Opus 4.7 could have, I know for a fact, made this end-to-end in a better user experience. Granted, our requirements weren't super strict. We let it get creative. But even in that, I would have hoped for a more polished final output. Granted, again, we are using the Flash model. When Gemini 3.5 Pro is released next month, I will have higher expectations for that. But overall, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this new Gemini anti-gravity ecosystem. Is this something you're interested in? Are you switching from Codex or Claude Code to this new tool? Personally, I don't see anyone switching over to this today. If you're using Claude or GPT models, you're likely using their harness, or even just using it in Cursor, something people are very used to. But realistically, I can't be spending days changing my workflow every single week just because it's new and flashy and has a better number on the benchmark. Either way, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you learned something, you are obligated to like this video. The best way to help me out is to subscribe to get the latest on AI workflows and updates on my personal projects I'm shipping. Comment down below what you think of Antigravity. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.